Ladies and gentlemen, 63 wins and a staggering 4 championships. This is none other than Max Verstappen, who is by far one of the best and most aggressive drivers in F1 for the last 4 years. And as you might know, he recently also became a 4-time world champion in Las Vegas, the gambling paradise, joining legends like Alain Prost and Sebastian Vettel. But the real question is, who was Max Verstappen before the fame, the glory, and the endless FIA penalties and hate? Well, grab your popcorn, put the Dutch anthem, and let's dive into the story of the Max Verstappening. Max Verstappen was born on the 13th of September 1997 in Hasselt, Belgium, a city best known for its thick waffles. His father, Jos Verstappen, was a Formula 1 driver who was currently running with the Tyrrell team, and his mom, Sophie Kumpen, was a karting legend. At the age of 4, Max was already behind the wheel of a kart, while other kids his age were literally struggling with Legos, lol. And Jos Verstappen, being Max's father, made his childhood less about cartoons and more about racing lines and tire pressure. Fun, right? I wanna die. Anyways, Jos built Max's first kart to fit his size, but made sure it was powerful enough to shake the poor kid's tiny bones. They spent hours at the track. If Max wanted snacks, Jos made him earn them by perfecting his braking points. Okay, I made that up. Or did I? But here's where things get spicy. His dad was not normal. Oh, absolutely not. In fact, he was extremely harsh. There's also the story from a race in Genk, I don't know how that is pronounced, in Belgium, where Max spun out and didn't win, which made Jos Verstappen furious. And on the drive home, Jos went full on silent treatment. Yep, just an awkward ride where Max was thinking, I wish my dad goes to buy some milk today and never comes back. But that's not all. The most famous story about Jos Verstappen, who by the way was also arrested once for attempted murder, is actually when he left Max Verstappen at a gas station on the motorway and Max's mom Sophie had to pick him up. By the time Max hit 7, he was already winning championships like it was nothing. And by 2009, Max was a karting legend in Belgium. He was basically the LeBron James of local karting, except, you know, with more tire smoke and less basketball. God, my jokes are terrible. Anyways, fast forward 2010, Max is no longer just a local hero. He is racing with the big boys. CRG, one of the most legendary karting teams, picks him up and now he's racing internationally. And let me say that he cooked the competition.
Hello there, I am James, and I totally did not forget to record this part of the script. Anyways, Max, from 2010 to 2013, won 12 karting championships, and he was, and still is regarded as the best in the world in karting. Okay, bye guys, please send help.
Max was absolutely cooking. No wonder everyone was already talking about him as a future champion in F1. And also becoming the most hated driver by the FIA. But okay, that's another story. After just 1 year in 2014, he got promoted to the European Formula 3 Championship, and he finished 3rd in the championship behind Esteban Ocon, the guy who is most hated by Max Verstappen, and Tom Blomqvist. I hope I pronounced that right. And then you'd expect Formula 2, right? Well, psych, he was so damn good that in 2014 he got directly promoted to F1, making his debut with Toro Rosso, which is now in 2024 the legendary Visa Cash App RB team. And for the first 2.5 years with Toro Rosso, he got pretty close to podiums, finishing up to a maximum of P4. But in 2016, he joined the team in which he would release all his skill, adrenaline, and anger, Red Bull. And he incredibly did that in the Spanish Grand Prix.
At 18 years and 227 days old, Max Verstappen wins a Formula One Grand Prix, wins the Spanish
And
Grand
then
Prix.
the whole season was just Nico Lewis and Daniel Ricciardo who won the Malaysian Grand Prix. Then comes 2017, in which he won the Malaysian and Mexicano Grand Prix. Then 2018, in which he again won the Mexicano Grand Prix and the Austrian Grand Prix. Now, he was still considered kind of a rookie at that time, but Max Verstappen absolutely changed that statement in 2019, where he was starting to become a potential championship contender by sometimes coming on the podium and winning the Austrian, Brazilian, and German Grand Prix. Then we got 2020, in which he only won the 17th anniversary Grand Prix at Silverstone and the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. But boy, he got a hell of a lot of podiums and finished third in the Drivers' World Championship. And then, one of the most legendary seasons in the history of Formula 1 came. 2021. Now, let's talk about the 2021 season, which arguably had the greatest F1 rivalry in history: Max Verstappen versus Lewis Hamilton. A multiple race winner rising beast versus a 7-time champion of the world who was hungry for that Mamma Mia hot spicy 8th championship. And throughout the season we saw some of the best fights ever. But at the last race, Abu Dhabi, both the drivers were at 369.5 points, so that race was crucial. But as we all know, Lewis came second and lost the championship by 7 points. So just like that, Max became the 2021 world champion, and then Lewis went on a blackout, but we'll cover that up in another video. Now, let's move on to 2022, which was a walk in the park. New regulations came in, cars looked weird, and porpoising made a comeback. Thanks, Mercedes. And Red Bull said, Red Bull gives you wings, and made a literal rocket ship, the legendary RB18. And Max took one look at the RB18 and said, hold my Heineken, and won 15 races. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 races, including races like Spa, where he basically started from the freaking parking lot and still cooked the grid and won. Now in 2022, Ferrari had speed, but no strategy. Shout out to...
And box now, box for hard. Stay out, stay out.
And Mercedes, well, they were just too busy writing emails to the FIA about porpoising and their shitty car. But thanks to Mercedes, we also got this legendary clip.
I can tell you that all of you are playing a dangerous game. If a car ends in the wall because it's too stiff or it's bottoming out,
you're in the shit, and I'm gonna come after you. Because we are removing the state. Wait a second, I'm talking.
Hang on, are we playing to the cameras here? Or I think this is probably better off camera than...
No, I don't care. If you think this is a little game on performance, I tell you, you are very, very wrong.
No. Safety is a matter of team responsibility, braking system, steering system, suspension.
Each of you has done something to limit the problem. Congratulations.
Well, change your car. You've got a problem. Change your fucking car.
You change your car because Checo has been saying that.
And just like that, Max gets his second title in Japan. Then comes 2023. Now 2023 was just unfair. It was like Max got a cheat code while everyone else was stuck in medium difficulty. The RB19 was like a rocket ship, but instead of one, it was 2 rocket ships. And boy oh boy, guess how many races Max won in that season? 19 races out of 22. 19, including a record-breaking 10 races in a row. By the end of the season, Max lifted up his third title in Qatar. With so many races to go that he probably became Kimi and said,
"It's more like a hobby for me, so obviously I don't need to do it if I don't want."
And then comes 2024, which was actually a pretty fun season, you know? Lewis winning after years and also leaving Mercedes after 12 damn years. Carlos Sainz leaving for Williams, Lando and Oscar winning their first races. Lando, congrats, you finally did it. Osama bin Russell winning his second or third race, I don't remember. Surprisingly, the 2024 season had 7 different winners and not one crazy Dutchman like 2022, 2023, and yeah, that's it. McLaren was also slowly becoming a problem for Red Bull. Oh, my bad, I mean Max Verstappen, because the Mexican Minister of Defense, more like the Mexican Minister of Fumbling Up, literally finished 8th, 252 points behind his teammate. And thanks to this gentleman, Red Bull lost the Constructors' Championship. But fortunately, Lawson is coming to save Red Bull, or probably destroy Red Bull, who knows.